will leave Florida after hearing this news.
I have to go. We have to leave now. I have to leave. We have to leave now.
I'm telling you guys, if you're still staying in Florida, I don't know what to tell you. Insurance is going up 430%. That's right. 430%. Look, we're going to talk about it in this video. Your mind will be blown, or maybe it won't. I mean, I've been talking about this for a while now and letting you guys know it's going to get worse before it gets better. And Florida's governor, DeSantis, he's not, he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have problems.
My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help out the channel. Make sure you check in the description and in the comment section. I have a newsletter. Yes, a newsletter that will give you tremendous value. You guys will love it. It's free. You can't beat that. A lot of you residents in Florida are going to get the death letter.
You should avoid death for as long as you can.
That's a letter that you are going to receive for your insurance company. You know, the one that's insolvent. I know. Listen, guys, it's a rough scenario, guys. It really is. And I've been trying to let people know and understand that it's going to get worse before it gets better. And videos like this will shine the light. But guys, let's jump right into it.
When David Bryant received a depopulation notice in the mail from Citizens Insurance, it didn't come as a total surprise.
There's been a dance with me going on Citizens and going off of Citizens.
He is one of 100,000 Florida property owners now covered by Citizens, getting offers of coverage from Slide Insurance, a Tampa-based company founded in 2021. The letter's opening line said, "Great news.
We've found an insurance company for you." What's the bad news?
The bad news, it's about 4.3 times what I was quoted for Citizens.
The premium for the same level of coverage from Slide was $14,684.
Great news! We're going to charge you 4.3 times, 430% more than your current premium. Aren't you happy? Sounds like a great deal. Where do I sign up?
Garbage.
But here's the funny thing. A lot of you guys are probably wondering, I don't get it, Orlando. Why is it that they're sending out these letters trying to get you to switch over to another insurance company? Well, I'm glad you asked, my friend, because here is the issue. Florida has a really bad insurance issue right now. A lot of insurance companies are fleeing the state. They do not want to insure properties there because it costs too much. Let it be natural disasters, materials, whatever it is. They do not want to insure properties in Florida anymore.
Maybe I should just disappear.
And I've done plenty of videos on that, so you can go back and watch those videos. But since that's been happening, there's been Citizens Insurance. Citizens Insurance is a government-funded or a state-funded insurance company that will take over when you can't find insurance in the state. But here's the issue. It's insolvent. What does that mean? That means if a bunch of claims came in, they could not pay it. That's exactly what that means. So you think to yourself,
I'm paying you so you don't pay my claim?
and ding, 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 you're right. That's exactly what you're doing. But the question is would you rather pay for insurance that won't pay, or would you rather not have any insurance? That's the scenario. So you have Citizens Insurance, who is insolvent, trying to divest, trying to get rid of properties and give it to other companies. That's the reason why you're having all of these letters go out and being pushed to somewhere else. But these new companies are charging ridiculous, or what they think is the equal amount to what it needs to be in that area. This is the reason why Citizens is quote unquote insolvent, because maybe it's not charging enough. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter because insurance, regardless in Florida, is insane. I don't really understand it. I don't understand why anyone would stay in that state when you're getting charged $14,000.
Boy, you crazy.
Did you see what was on the screen? Did you see $14,000 for insurance? No way. I'm not doing that. I'm not paying $14,000. Going from $3,000 to $14,000? Insane.
Compared to $3,403 from Citizens.
Do you think that's in any way a reasonable rate, $14,000.
No, not at all.
Bryant's home is at 35 feet of elevation, is more than a mile from the Hillsborough River, and is 3 miles from Tampa Bay. The new rate would raise Bryant's monthly payment by $940.
Why would anyone choose that unless you weren't catching your mail and you weren't paying attention to your mail?
Under the depopulation program, Slide would become Bryant's default choice unless he went online and filled out a form to opt out before November 6th.
Now, how crazy and how scamish and how ridiculous is it that you're telling me that not only are you trying to charge me 430% more on insurance, but you're gonna make it that if I don't see this letter come through the mail or it gets lost in the mail, then you're gonna switch me over anyways? What?
It's an evil world we live in.
You're telling me that if I decline to switch to $14,000, which everyone would do that.
Yeah, damn right.
Let's be real. Everyone would do that. I can't think of a person who would say,
You know what? I want to get charged 430% more than I was previously.
but then you do the most evil thing and you say, you know what? We're going to make this a default situation. You don't respond in a certain amount of time. Guess you want the 14,000.
Yes, excellent.
That's nuts. That is crazy. So this is what you guys are dealing with in Florida. So not only is your insurance going up 430%, with this gentleman, $3,000 to $14,000. But then you're telling me you're going to scam me that if I don't respond, then you're going to raise it up anyway. But here's the funny thing about that, guys. You can't go back.
Wait, what?
You heard me right. You heard me right. You cannot go back because the whole program is made to get people off of Citizens because it's insolvent. So if you don't respond or you don't see the letter and you default into Slide, then that means that that's your new insurance company. And you cannot go back because that is the program. The program is to get more people off of Citizens than to keep them on.
Welcome to the fucking show.
So now you've got scammed into paying $14,000. And then what you're going to do is you're going to say,
I'm not going to pay $14,000, and I'm going to go and find someone else.
well, who are you going to find? That's the question. Who are you going to find that's going to insure you? No one, right? Because we've saw State Farm, we've seen all these other huge companies say, we're out of here. We're out of Florida. And then we see Citizens, who I've said multiple times during this video is insolvent, who's trying to pass the buck to someone else, but only pass the buck to a private company that's going to overcharge you.
He did that, but he worries others may not take action in time.
But if you don't have a computer, if you're not computer savvy, and you're an older person living at home alone, I just worry about folks like that get stuck with these huge Slide bills.
Brian also worries Slide may be taking on too much risk too quickly in a state where hurricanes can produce billions in damages in any year. Slide recently made renewal offers to 86,000 farmers insurance customers and took over 150,000 policies after St. John's Insurance and United Property and Casualty became insolvent. That's in addition to the 100,000 Citizens policies.
And see, this is the slimy stuff that I'm talking about, guys. Is because if it was my grandma and she lived in Florida and her insurance was going to go up 430% because she doesn't check her mail, she isn't good with the email. You can only cancel out of this by going online. My grandma knows nothing about the internet and there's just no way she's gonna do that. You're gonna trick someone, and it's not even tricking because the person doesn't even know it's happening. It would be one thing to get someone to X or mark a box. It's not even that. It's just a shadow default that if my grandma wouldn't see this at all, or your loved one wouldn't see this at all, that they would automatically be put into a bucket to where they couldn't afford their mortgage anymore.
Do you think that Citizens has much a chance of shedding these policies if there's that much difference in the rates?
I think that the business model is that maybe you won't check your mail, and then and then you just by default end up with slide and paying a lot more money.
I'm My Team investigator Adam Walser taking action for you.
I would agree with him. That seems to be the business model. But it's weird that your governor of Florida would allow something like that to happen. When? Here's the funny thing about it, guys. This is the crazy thing. Everybody knows Florida is a senior's haven, that it's populated. That's where most seniors go. They go to Florida, right? So if you know that, why would you make a default notice on insurance that has to be done online? Sounds like it's already sent in. Sounds like that is 100% the business model. But this is the reason why I'm telling you guys, Florida is on the verge. It really is. I can't see it holding on when it comes to this insurance, property taxes, values. It's going to collapse on itself. And I know I did a video previously where I was talking about the Redfin and how the Redfin CEO, how he was saying Florida was strong. Like this? Is it really strong? Let's be real. How strong is it when you have to charge $14,000 a year for insurance? Who can afford that? Sounds unaffordable to me. My whole point is that people are just going to start leaving Florida because it's unaffordable. And I would hope that seniors, young people, people my age, whatever, would just leave Florida alone. Let it stay where it is, because the way that Florida's going, it's going to collapse within itself. And, you know, and I don't want to say, look, I'm telling you, don't say I didn't tell you. But anyway, guys, I hope you got value out of this video. This is a video that I think is super important because it truly can affect someone everyday life that's living in Florida. And this is what I want you guys to look at nationwide that don't live in Florida, so that you can look out for things like this, that it doesn't happen in your local area. But as always, guys, you won't get all of your value from this one video. I need you to watch this video. Yes, this video, because it will help you understand what's going on with the housing market, financial news, get into your first rental property, and I promise you the information you will get from those will be gold. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.